What up, YouTube? It's your boy JKG Brandon, back with some more Diablo Immortal content. And this one you can kind of see on the screen is regarding the new 2-star legendary gem, the Abiding Curse. Before we actually hop into it and get into all the nitty gritty on this one, I want to go ahead and just say thank you so much for all of the recent support on the videos. Y'all have been amazing. It's very much overwhelming. If y'all like the videos, as always, drop a like. It's free. Hit that sub button. We are going to try to hit 500 subs by the end of October, so I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. Without further ado, we'll kind of hop in and kind of jump into it. The Abiding Curse, you can see right here on the screen, your attacks have a 15% chance to curse enemies. And from my playtesting as a barb, we have that whirlwind skill where we basically do 5 hits every second, give or take. So it actually, that 15% actually procs pretty good. And then visually, when it procs, it basically turns the enemies black and they do slow their speed. It's not super noticeable. 35% on the AI movement speeds, not the most noticeable, because as a barb we do have a skill, legendary shoulder modifier, that will actually slow attack and movement speeds by 80%. So that's much more significant as far as procking that, and it's much more noticeable. But this is definitely something, if you're having trouble with the enemies being a little bit too fast around you, theoretically this could be really good. Here you can see this one is a rank 1 gem. So it starts out at, base level, 2.5 seconds, cannot curse the same target more than once every 20 seconds. That's key for boss fights. I haven't seen it proc on a boss yet, so we're going to actually run in an Elder Rift so we can get, some good bosses as well. We're going to get a boss as well as just regular mobs, but I'm thinking more along the lines for yellow, blue, orange, purple, world bosses like that. I think this could come in handy there against those more than against an actual boss. But you can see my Abiding Curse, I do have rank 2. Currently, I don't think this necessarily has to be leveled up to rank 5 to see the value of it. But you can see it goes up to 3.5 seconds instead of the 2.5 seconds. We're going to just go ahead and run 3, nice, rare, free-to-play crests here. What I'm doing is, my perspective on this is not so much for my account. For my account, I don't think this is going to be a very good gem for my specific account. Just the damage output is not quite what I want it to be from a gem in that position, or the utility is just not there for it. But as you can see, we're still able to cruise through some of this content. We didn't take enough of a damage hit in our combat rating or our our resonance to really make it to where we can't go. But you can kind of see here, that one that just exploded, we're actually procking, and you can see this guy right here, he turns nice and dark black almost when it procs. So that's the visual cue that they're being cursed, so to speak, and they get nice and slow. And it's kind of nice. It helps kind of go there. Like I said, the 15% actually procs more often than I was anticipating. It seems to be probably because the barbs, we do have our whirlwind skill. So I'm thinking anybody that has a nice AoE multi-hit skill, right? So wizards with their rays, the ice ray and everything like that, where it hits multiple times over the course of a second, I think is very similar to the whirlwind in that regard. But you can kind of see it's not overwhelmingly good. And then I think the 2-star gems in general are pretty underwhelming. I don't think the 2-star gems are necessarily the gems that you want to invest your time in. And generally, I don't think the utility comes from those 2-star gems as much as, some of the 1-star gems. I think there are a lot of 1-star gems in this game that are just frankly better to use. Everlasting Torment is one that comes to mind. Berserker's Eye is one that comes to mind. Honestly, I would, if I was starting a brand new free-to-play account today, I would probably invest in a Blessed Pebble before I would invest in the Abiding Curse. I just think the ease of the ease of ranking up a 1-star gem far outweighs any, potential resonance gain that we would get from ranking this one up. But you could see we were able to mark, the regular mobs, pretty easily. When we get to these actual bosses, I have not seen the visual cue that it's proccing on, these actual bosses at all. I ran about 20 runs of Namari. And if you everybody, you can see right there, it hit on the golem, but we have not once seen Vriss here go dark and slow down the movement, which is kind of disappointing because it doesn't necessarily say, unless that was it right there. Possibly, but like I was gonna say, it doesn't say that it does not proc on bosses, so it should still proc on bosses, at least based on the way it reads. But like I said, in my 20 runs of Namari, and if you remember Namari, you have 4 bosses essentially at the end of Namari, and myself and my party did not notice the curse mark going on any of the bosses, not once, in about 20 runs of Namari. That was the first time I think I may have seen it, but that also could have just been Vriss doing the channel ability where, it shoots out the fireballs in that 360 radius. Regardless of that fact, I don't think Abiding Curse is necessarily worth using. I personally would not recommend it as a gem to invest your time in. I think you're much more safe to go the route of investing in a Berserker's Eye, Everlasting Torment, even a Blessed Pebble. If you want to invest in say like one of the Sellen's Awakening, 6% increased damage after killing an elite monster, I think that's even much more viable. Carson's Invigoration, also much more safe to put your resources into something like that, instead of the Abiding Curse. So yeah, I in good conscience, I cannot recommend this gem to build to you guys. I don't think it's a terrible gem, but then again, the 2-star gems in general aren't necessarily great gems. I have not used one and had it be any kind of like a game changer or do anything groundbreaking for me, where at least the 1-star gems have been able to do some good things for my account. So yeah, just gonna say it right there. I don't think it's a good gem. Don't think it's necessarily something you should be wasting your time on. That being said, guys, I am again overwhelmed with the support on the recent videos. You all have been amazing. If you did like this video, please drop a like on it. Definitely helps us get into the algorithm, push the videos out to more and more people, so we can hopefully get this channel monetized and I can put it back in and run some riffs or upgrade some equipment, whatever we want to do there. Hit that sub button, man. We are trying to hit 500 subs by the end of October. I really appreciate every one of you. It's humbling, to say the least, the support that you guys have been giving me. With that, I'm JKG. Y'all been amazing. Peace.